Hi everybody, welcome back. So sorry for all of the troubles. We have completely rebooted our systems, so hopefully that fixes all of the issues. Not even sure why we were having the issues in the first place. So I'm gonna let everybody have a moment to get back into the chat and see if I can get us a little more light. Got a little more overcast since I started initially, it seems. And I don't know why we were having troubles, but now my streaming is saying everything is green and good to go. So hopefully it stays that way. To catch you all up, for those who are joining and were not part of the first one, I am using digital stamps, or the digital sets from Monica Taylor, and I picked the New York one. I really love New York. It's one of my favorite places to be, and so I was just going to start playing with things, let you influence me, help me make good choices, bad choices. It doesn't matter. And let's see if this light will work now. Nope, still not working. Oh, that's because someone decided to unplug it. Yay. Seriously, I think the gremlins have come out to make things a little extra difficult today. I don't know why. I was talking about it before, but I tried to do a recording earlier and stuff started going a little crazy. And so I just stopped trying to record, and I decided, well, I'll just go live. That way I don't have to worry about any issues. Well, guess what? Apparently, going live was even worse than what I was doing before. So I'm just going to play, and if everybody hops back in, they do. If you don't, I completely understand. It is slightly confusing. I am going to grunge this up a little more. I started with the Ranger Distress Spray stains, the black soot on this corner, and then I had the Mermaid Lagoon on the top to simulate the sky. And I am just grunging up the outer edges. There's the little guy. I purposely cut the outside of this a little bit badly. I left a little bit of white because I wanted to just play with funky edges without going too much into the actual print, because I do love the print. The print is really cute. Monica adds a lot of textures to her prints, and I think that's really fun, but I also needed some space to grunge things up a little. So I'm not seeing anyone in the chat. Now that makes me wonder if I'm actually live again. Oh no. I'm hoping I don't have any issues still, because this would be really, really not fun if that's what was happening. Alright, so I'm going to add a little more vignette, distressing on the corners. There we go. Alright, so I like that distressed grunge look. And let's see what else. I feel like it needs one other pop of color. And now I'm thinking. I'm going to add one more little bit of color. Speaking of color, I just got my new ColourPop box, and let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Now this is worrying me that no one is in the chat. I don't know if my actual live went live. Oh, yeah. Fun times. Okay. So, as I was saying, the Maker Forte color pop box just came this last week. And I barely opened it. In fact, I only just opened it just before coming live. But one of the new things in the box is the color that is entitled, I believe it's Lady Liberty. Yeah, it's called Lady Liberty. And I think it's a very nice green. It's not over the top, not too minty. So I'm just going to drop a couple of drops right over here in this corner. And then I'm going to take my paper towel and just start splattering here in this corner. And then I'm going to rub a little extra because I want those little dots to not be as pronounced. There we go. And let's see, I'll give Lady Liberty a little bit of her green too. Just hints of the green. So I'm just using that. The ink's still on there. Oh, that's so fun. All right. And then I'm going to let that sit and dry a little bit. And I'm going to play a little more with grunging up a few other things. I guess grunge is the word of the day. New York, if you've been there, is a grungy city. It is not necessarily the cleanest city in the world. I think Singapore, somewhere there, they probably went out on that. Yeah, but you get used to it. Oh, hubby says I am back. Yay. I'm glad to be back. All right. I don't know. Do I want to use the more pink one? No, I want to use the city wall. I think that one's pretty cool. So let me cut this one down a smidge more. So it says I'm back live, but no one's in the chat, so... Oh, except for Abby. So I don't know if it's working or if YouTube has just banned me for the day. Said, nope, you've had too many issues. You can't go live anymore. I don't know. I could just be talking to myself, really. So if you do pop in the chat, though, let me know if I drop out, if you can still hear me, all that fun stuff. All right, again, I'm leaving a little bit of the white space because I'm going to do a little ink blending on the edges as well. I'm going to actually use, you see me chopping now. Can you hear me chopping? Elizabeth is here. She has made her presence known. All right, I'm going to use that Lady Liberty because I feel like we're just going to keep with the New York theme here. And use some New York inspired colors. And this is the Maker Forte Color Hive. It's a water reactive ink. I like using it because it is super juicy. Their inks are really, it's on a silicone pad, but you can see like there is a lot of ink there. All right, so I am going to just add a little bit of that green on the edges. Oh, you can hear me too. Good. I still don't know what our systems, I don't know. Hubby was on a Zoom call earlier and he was having issues. I was trying to record it earlier and I was having issues. I actually had, the stream is going twice. You've been chatting over there by yourself. Oh my gosh. Okay, YouTube just officially hates me today. I know why. It's because I did my first blog hop ever, and the release was set for 5 a.m. or, well, it's like supposed to be 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 5 a.m. here. So YouTube must just hate me because they're like, no, this is not when you release videos. This is not the time that you typically do stuff. I don't know. I really don't know. All right, so to catch you all up who just joined. Oh, Debbie is here. Hi, Debbie J. We are great. We are just having issues with a very, very odd stream moment. This is stream number 3. Well, and according to Pam, it's probably stream number 4 because she was on a different chat. I don't know why. I'm going to email YouTube. Do they have an email? I'm going to say, what the heck is going on here? This is ridiculous. Okay, so let's do a little more of the distressing. Let's see. We're going to use some of this cracked pistachio. Huh. That is super weird. How did Pam get into a chat where she could hear me, but no one else was in? Well, and I thought it was very strange that no one was in the chat for a while, and I'm like, did there not get any notifications sent? I don't know. This is just... So, we're just going to continue to craft by the seat of our crafty pants. You know. And just... I don't know what the heck. Oh, we're just having fun times here today. So, alright. I like the little distress that we just did. Welcome back, Dawn. Oh, you can tell the other to log out and log back in. Okay, so if you don't see the people I'm talking to in the chat, log back out and log back in. Alright? That's my suggestion, because or not log back out. Exit the video and come back in. This is just the weirdest thing ever. Okay. It's Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh. Please know, I have a teething child. By the way, if anyone's keeping track, Franklin did just get his first tooth cutting through. Oh, sorry. I'm using the Distress Spray Stain, the black soot again, just to add a little more spritzing here. And then just tap a little bit into the top to give more of a vignette look. But yeah, he popped his tooth, 2 days ago now? I think. I don't know. I'm sleep deprived at this point. No idea what day. Just at some point this week, he did pop his tooth through the skin. And he is currently sleeping right by my feet. He's snoring a little bit. I see he's got one eye cracked open, making sure Mom's still around. Alright, I like this. I like this a lot. Alright, now let's see what I can pair with it. There's a postcard that's got a little green in it. Oh, the Subway. We're going to add the Subway. I love the Subway, except for one time I was in New York. It was my best friend's wedding, and I was traveling by myself, and I was staying with a couple of friends out in Long Island. Well, I went down for the wedding, got there just fine, made it mostly on time. I made it before the wedding started, but I was later than, I think they had like a cocktail hour or something before the wedding, and I was late. So, whatever. And my friends who were going to pick me up from the train station were like, okay, make sure, you have this, this, and this. Well, I didn't realize that I had been on my phone so much that my phone was dying during the wedding. And So I get on the train to, basically you take the subway to get to the train to go back to Long Island. So I get on the subway and I text them. I mean, it's probably like, it's late. I know that. I don't even remember how late it was. It was just late. It's very dark. And it's a Saturday night. And I realize, oh my gosh, I have less than 10% left on my phone. And so I texted them and I said, I'm on the subway. I'm going to lose reception in the subway, so I might as well just turn off the phone so that when I have to call you and say I'm here, I can actually call you. Well, here's the thing. I fell asleep on the subway, missed my stop, and we're just going to add the green into the subway a little bit more so it looks like it got dropped in some green goo or something. Because things are sticky everywhere in New York. And yeah, I fell asleep, missed my stop to get to the train station. So, knowing partly where I was, where I woke up, I was like, okay, this subway is done for the day. This is the last subway. I can't take the subway back to my stop. So what I did was I just quickly figured out, okay, I forgot what street, but things are numbered by avenues and by streets. So as long as I knew I needed to be on an avenue, I could get there. So what I did was I just walked I walked out of the subway station and walked where I knew vaguely that I was needing to be. Well, here's the problem. It's the middle of the night. I'm dressed up pretty nice because I was just at a wedding. And yeah, let's just say some random shady folks tried chasing me down an alleyway. So I quickly turn on my phone as fast as I can, keep going as quickly as I can, walking like a New Yorker, like I knew where I was going. And I called the person who was waiting for me to get on the train to get to them. And I said, my phone is on, I think it was like 5% at that point. And I said, if you don't hear from me and I do not get off this last train of the day, come find me. And I told them the cross streets. I told them that someone was following me. I told them as much information as I could gather in a quick, brief, minute and 30-second phone conversation. So, let's just say this whole interaction garnered me the nickname of Loca Chica. That's what they called me after this. Yeah, it was pretty funny. So, I found the station that I needed to be at. Let's see, I need to pop this up on something a little lighter color. And let's add a little note. Yeah, let's offset that. And so it was just, I do not know how I made the last train of the day, because by my math, I should have missed the last train of the day. Somehow I hustled my butt over to the train station, purchased my ticket back to Long Island, and sat down, and they called my train. And I got on the train. I turned the phone back on, texted my friend, and I said, I am on the train. I will not have reception I will not have battery power by the time I get back. Because every time my phone was really crappy then, but every time I turned on my phone, it would just, yes, honey?
So it's better now.
Okay.
The EasyViz program was sending us a warning that all the cameras had been streaming for a long time. Did you want to continue or stop? So I closed the EasyViz, and now it's running. It's not glitchy.
That's weird. So it might be our security system that is throwing everything off.
Well,
strange. Actually, let me cut that in further.
Is this butchie again, Mom?
Ooh, let me get out the fancy new scissors that Elizabeth sent me. If I can get them out of the package.
Yeah, you should be good now.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. So yeah, I somehow made it back. It was just a crazy, crazy day. But it was a very beautiful wedding, so it was worth the trip. But man, I learned a lot about my instinct to just act like a New Yorker, even though I was not a New Yorker whatsoever. But yeah, I had, on 2 separate occasions, I had a gentleman following after me, asking me questions, and I just pretended to be on my dead phone. And that's how I figured out how to survive. Oh my goodness, yeah. Super dramatic. But yeah, and it's funny because I have friends who still live in the New York area, and for whatever reason, I've always known my way around New York City better than they have. There was only one time that I got lost, and it's because I switched the avenue and the street. I was supposed to be on the street instead of the avenue, so we went all the way across town to 6th Avenue, and we were supposed to be on 6th Street. So that was the only time. But other than that, like, I could tell somebody, okay, I'm on this cross street and this cross street. So you are where? Okay. To get to me, you go here. Then you turn here. Then you turn here. Then you turn here. Then you should see me on your left-hand side. And, yeah, I'll hop on in. That's basically how New Yorker I get. So there we go. Now that it's cut a little bit more in, it's not as straight of a cut. It's pretty cute. Okay, so. Oh no, Gloria is in the wrong live. Ah! Okay, so I am trying to. I don't see how I could be on 2 broadcasts. That is super weird that it would say I'm on 2 broadcasts. And I'm going to double check it right now. Yeah. This is super weird, but my YouTube is not showing me that I am in 2 broadcasts. It is showing me that I am in 1. Whoa. No. Okay. Yes, you are right. I'm going to end the one stream that I don't know why that's up. Okay, I'm ending the other stream. So come hop over to the correct stream, Gloria. And my mom is there. Oh, YouTube, what are you doing to me? Okay. Yes, I see it, Pam. The other one's called Come Play With Me. Man, oh man, what is going on? Okay, thank you for sending her a link, Elizabeth. I don't even know. This is super weird. This is just the oddest thing. Okay. Gloria, thank you for hanging in there. I don't know what is going on. I've crashed my YouTube. Except for somehow I'm still live. But I don't know. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to go back and replay this and go, what? What the heck happened? All right, so we are still creating with Monica's digital prints. And I am liking this one, but I might add a 3rd one because the designer in me says you need 3. You need triads when you do stuff like this. Oh my gosh, but that is really cute. Oh, sorry. I'm getting overly excited about this. Oh, I broke YouTube. I don't know. All right, so if you could see, I purposely cut this with my bad cutter. So I have a rotary cutter that is just, I don't know, it can't cut a straight cut to save itself. Like, it's just whatever. So I purposely was like, oh, I'm not going to trim up and clean up my edges because I like the ripped paper look with still having a hint of a straight cut. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to just stress here. But I think, I know what I'm going to do. But it's going to require some digging. And let me see. Not all of this is going to be seen on this card front, but I don't care. It's fun to distress. It looks like a burnt edge. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I should have been listening or looking at the chat, but I was too busy telling my story of being, lost in New York City. Or not lost, but, trying to survive on the streets of New York City in high heels, no less. Oh my gosh, yeah. I was in high heels and walking fast. Somehow I did not trip. Don't know how. Oh yeah, and was that the time? I think I also had to till jump that time to get onto the subway because I did not have enough cash with me or my credit card. I don't remember why. I just remember I till hopped. I owe the city of New York probably another $1.25, $1.50. At least that's what it was back then. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to add a texture, but that requires me digging. So, see how fast I can find it. I want to add I don't think it's that far away. No, didn't have to dig that much. Okay, so I'm going to use probably my favorite set for Maker Forte, which is this coffee themed set. Ooh. So now that I popped up the chat, I also don't see myself anymore. All right. You are with a native New Yorker? What, Dawn? That's funny. Yeah, I sometimes feel like I was born to be a New Yorker, but not one of those people who ever wanted to live there. I always wanted to be by there. So when I moved to the DC area, it was only a couple hour train ride for me to get to New York, and that was perfect for me. But I have taken a lot of road trips to New York. In fact, this is probably the longest portion of my life that I have not traveled to New York. It's been, I think, 8. Has it been 8? I started dating my husband right after the last time I went there. So yeah, 8 years. It's been 8 years this summer since the last time I was in New York. So that story was 8 years old. Alright, so I'm going to use some more Color Hive inks. I'm going to use this flat white. And we are going to be a messy New Yorker who leaves some coffee. Well, it's not proportional, but we're going to have a giant coffee stain right here. Wait, this is going to be up here. We're going to have a giant coffee stain up here. Let's make sure I have enough ink. Oh yeah. And we're going to have a double stamp on it. Yes. Okay. It's doing exactly what I wanted. And we'll keep in the triads. Put a little more here. There we go. Alright. I feel like it needs more. Perfect. So, I'm not going to do the whole thing just because, well, it's not going to be seen by all the other edges. Alright, now let's assemble this card front. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm having too much fun with her digital prints, and I'm not paying attention to the chat. Okay, Gloria says she's never been to New York, however, her in-laws are from Germany. Dad from Frankfurt, mom from Hamburg. Oh, wow. I have family from Germany, but I don't know where in Germany. I've only been in a New York cab a handful of times. The last time I was in a New York cab, I was with a friend, and this person was just getting on my nerves. and I was tired. I was probably hangry, and we were late to where we were going. And I said, that's it. We are hopping in a cab. I don't care if it's 8 blocks. We are hopping in a cab. And I think it ticked the person off, and I did not care because they were ticking me off so much. Like, it takes a lot for me, well, in my opinion, it takes a lot for me to get upset, at least back then, too. Kind of a different temperament now. But this person just found every little way to get on my nerves, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just trying to have a good time in New York City. Just, stop being, stop being annoying. But, yeah. Alright, so I am just using some art glitter glue. I want to print a whole bunch more of these out and do this all over again. Seriously, it is so fun. And I'm noticing that I left too much of a white edge there. So I'm going to grab my stamp pad again and do more distressing. Yahoo! So, I also have a gripe. In the midst of all this chaos of my lives not going live or going live and then stopping going live or whatever the heck, I'm noticing that my computer clock is 2 minutes behind. So, and that's what I typically use to gauge what time it is. And I'm like, well, that's just silly. I can't do that math every time I look at my computer. So now I'm realizing I need to probably invest in a digital clock here. All right. I don't know who that that comment was for, Dawn. If it was for me, I'm sorry. I'll have to catch back up in the chat later. He says, thank you, hubby. He says, please hit the thumbs up. And yes, we do appreciate you. All of your support. Your crafty chats, all of that fun stuff. Alright. I can't use my fancy new fussy cutting scissors from Elizabeth for my tape. That would just be silliness. Oh. Okay. Why are you... are the puns happening again? Who opened the pun can? Seriously. I forgot. Was that... I was on somebody's live at some point chatting. Oh no, that was T's live this morning. And there were some puns going on there too. I was like, oh no. What did you say? It's in the retrograde? Okay. I didn't get it. Nope, that's what I said. I'm lost in the chat. So, his mom is a hamburger. Maybe that's why hubby loves hamburgers. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to just go back into the chat later and go, wait, what did I miss? All right. I want the New York Times to be showing and the hotel to be showing. There we go. Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. So I'll have to find another card to pop that up on. And now that this is drying a little bit, it's super fun with all the extra distressing, the splashing, yeah. Although, I feel like I should add more drops of this color here in the corner. Where did I put Lady Liberty? There she is. There's some more Lady Liberty. And we're going to just add a couple more drops because I don't think 3 is enough. New York, you got to have a lot. It's the city of excess. That's my opinion, but it is. All right, and now we're going to use this scrap paper and add some green back in there. Cool. All right, now I'm going to let it finish drying. So I'm kind of imitating the yellow dots that Monica already had in the print, and I'm just adding the green ones into the corner. All right, let's try for one more real quick before I head on out and go feed some babies. I am making gyros tonight. Well, besides the hamburger comment, I haven't heard any comments about, I have not heard any comments about, what is it? Food yet. Dawn, don't go to the other live because I made it go away. It's no longer live, alright? Okay, we are going to add another color. We are going to add the abandoned coral. And this one, I do have to open. Go figure. I want to add another color, and the last one I want to add, I gotta, there we go, okay. Dawn, why do you need a timeout? Are you being too punny? You can't go on a timeout. Ugh. Okay. Pam, no, I do not have an apple stamp. Well, no, I have strawberries. I do not have an apple. Yes, Dawn, you would be lonely because no one would be there in that chat. Alright. Well, I didn't get the tape, or the, what is this? Plastic all the way off, but I got it off enough to spray. Okay, now it looks like a little like blood spatters. That's okay. Let me get this beautiful topper from Gloria out of the way. There we go. There we go. Oh, yes. Okay. But I am making gyros for the littles tonight. And I guess the big people in this house too. I guess they deserve food too. But it's mostly a plug and play dinner, so to speak, where all I do is I heat up some gyro meat in a skillet, throw some pita in the oven, and grab some feta and some tzatziki sauce. So really nothing terribly exciting. Okay, I need more of the, no, not that. I need more of the Lady Liberty. I'm going to drop it from a higher vantage. And then we're going to press and smear. And do it again. This time I'm going to be closer. And doing the smearing again. Okay. Wow, that's fun. And let's see. I need a little more blue in here, so I'm going to add some Blue Lagoon back in. And one spray is pretty good. That's about all I need. And then we will darken up the edge by adding the black soot. And that might have been more than I wanted, but we're gonna roll with it. And then just grabbing some more and using the texture of my fancy smusher here, aka my my alright, hubby just put something funny in there. I'll tell you in a moment. But using my lovely distressing tool here. Okay, so look at all that cleanup. Yes, I should probably spray it and just clean up the rest this way. We'll really, really distress the heck out of this one. Where's my spray? There we go. Spray and swipe. Swipe and swipe. And then finish up getting the excess. So I will let that dry while I just dress a few more things to go on the front. Okay, so being pregnant for 3 years straight, basically, we found that there is a specific timeline that keeps happening with every time I've been pregnant. And it usually was the next major holiday or birthday or anniversary or celebration. And so, yeah, now we have this running joke of, thank goodness I am not pregnant, because I can't do it anymore. I love my babies, but I cannot do it anymore. Yeah, it's stressful being pregnant for 3 years straight. So we have this running joke in our house now that, guess what? We are not pregnant. And I think every time I tell one of my best friends, hey, I need to call you. Is that okay? They go, are you pregnant? No. Okay, phew, good. Because they are half expecting me to say, yeah. Because it was yeah for so long, for so many years. So hubby says now he hunts storks. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to figure out, while this one dries, how to grunge up this one. I'm going to use the frappe. We're going to just add the yellowness. Ooh, yes, this is perfect. I'm going to add the yellowness of this around the edges. I do like the pink in here a lot. I do. But I'm just going to add one more little bit of color in here. And destroy cabbage patches too. Yes, yes. This morning my oldest, my 2.5-year-old, decided to call me grandma. And I said, the heck you will. No one is having a baby. You are too little. I am not a grandma. It's not their fault. Don't kill the messenger. Yes, Mom. It is not their fault, but... Oh, man. It's been a dramatic 3 years, and it probably will stay a little dramatic for a couple more. Well, for a while now. All right. Going to add some black in here, too. Right at the edges. Or corners more than the edges. Just to kind of round out the look. I don't need to do it on all of the edges. There we go. It gives it a little bit of dimension off the page. So Debbie, meet my mom. Mom, that's Debbie. All right, and because the corners mirror, I'm just going to tilt this one a smidge. And let's see, do I want to add anything more? I just like it so much how it is. I'm going to actually add this one. That one's pretty too. This is from a different set. I do not remember the name of this set. I will drop links below. What? Okay, now we're taking it too far. Hubby is commenting that they are saying Amazon is going to start overnighting infants. Silly people. Obviously, this is not my grungy cutter. That rotary cutter I've put far away from me now because I think I'm done grunging up too much. But I'm going to fussy cut because I like that there's a little bit of added dimension by the rounded edges that Monica has put in here. These are a little bit off the page, which is cool. That's very much, if you've seen my logo, being off the page is a little bit my style. It's been for a long, long while. Initially, when I got this set, I had the idea to print out one of my own prints. I have a lot of photography prints from New York City that I've framed myself. But yeah, that would require me finding the prints either digitally or taking them out of the frames that I've painstakingly put them in and scanning them in or photographing them again. Nope. Couldn't be bothered, so my original idea to do with these prints has been foiled. Crystal, hello, welcome to the chaotic fun. You'll have to catch up on the chat. We've been going a little off kilter here. How do I want to do this one? I might do something funky, which is I might put this a little off the page and I might add this to a junk journal. This is not going to be a card anymore. It's going in a junk journal. Ha! Look at that. Because we're going to keep it off the page. Just because I like all the parts of it. And I didn't pre-plan any sizing or anything. I just printed and said I'm going to play. So that's what I'm going to do. And now because it's going in a junk journal, I'm not going to pop it up on foam stamp. Or foam tape. Woo. I knew what I meant. But I'm going to do this and put that down first. All right, so Pam says, ugh, it won't let me see all of the chat. Okay, YouTube hates me. Seriously, YouTube hates me. Okay, Pam says, Amazon is building a new distribution center in the next town over from your new house, across the road from a small airport and near some farms. Yes, that's where they're growing the cabbage patches at. Oh my gosh, yeah. Too funny. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hire. We actually live down the road from a distribution center. I think we are considered 3 blocks away, maybe more. I don't know. We're like a 2-minute drive away from the Amazon distribution center. And yeah, some of our stuff comes so fast. It's like, oh, you must have been next door in the distribution center. Seriously. Okay, now I'm going to hunt down another stamp. Give me a moment, please. All right, I am going to add a few of these sprigs of green. We're going to add the Lady Liberty back in here. This is, what stamp set is this? This is another Maker Forte stamp set. It is, I'm not seeing the name. How rude. Dance in the Rain. That's what the stamp set is called. Oh, thank you, Crystal, for hitting the like. Much appreciated. Thank you, Debbie, for reminding everyone. Yes. Airbnb, you could make some real good money off of that. So I am just going to use this green Lady Liberty and I'm just going to add sprigs. And I'm not looking for a clean print. I am just, I know, Pam, this is not your style either. I am just adding a little extra bits to things. All right, and how do I want to put this? So I want the City of New York. I don't need to see it fully, but I need it enough. All right, I'm gonna just stamp this one separate actually to tie it back in. And I don't need as much green in this one, just a hint. Let me add one more here. There we go. All right. Just a complementary color to that pink. It's not a super rosy pink, but it is pretty. Originally I was thinking I would add flowers, but I like the greenery instead. Unless you're in Central Park, it's not very flowery in New York City, in my opinion. It's just a lot of green and a lot of trees. Although, I don't know what they do in New York that... Actually, you know what? I'm going to use foam tape over this one. But I don't know what they do in New York that the hot dogs that you get from... Well, basically anywhere near Central Park. The hot dog stands are amazing. I don't know what's in them. I probably don't want to know what's in them. But those are the best hot dogs I've ever had in my life. And it's just a phenomenon to me. Because it doesn't make sense. You're eating a hot dog off the side of a street in New York City where things are dirty everywhere you look. But, you know. Yes, I guess if you don't want to get up, if you don't want to give up your crafting area, probably Airbnb is not going to work. Yes, of course, Pam, we know you are here for the chats. But thank you for chatting. I do appreciate it. Alright. My time is getting close to, hey, I gotta make dinner too, so just gonna put it off the side a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this is good. This is what I want for, I'm gonna throw it in my junk journal, but I like it. It's fun. Okay, and then we'll finish up this distressed look here real quick. I'm going to just put the cityscape left over from the other part of that one. Nope. I'm going to do more. Use the Remarkable ink pad. See how that one does. I think that covers the white edge a little bit better. So I think I set it on one of the streams that was cut off before, but part of what I was trying to do when I left a little bit of that white edge was I was trying to leave part of what wasn't printed on for me to distress on so that I could get the most of Miss Monica's design without taking over it. And I think I've achieved that. Oh, I wish I had another Lady Liberty I could cut out and I could just put her right there. I'll have to come back and do that later. Oh well, the things you think of as you're in the middle of something. So this other one is mostly dry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this up on dimensional tape. So some foam tape. Yes, Gloria, maybe their hot dogs are from Frankfurt, Germany. That would be pretty funny. I don't know why. New York City. I mean, just, it does not make sense, but alas. Especially that area. I don't know why, but that area specifically. Oh, Crystal, you said it's your style. Well, good. At least it's somebody's style. I'm one of those people who I ebb and I flow. Sometimes I need real clean, clear, pristine, geometric looks, and other times I need just grunge on grunge on grunge and building it up until I'm like, okay, that's enough building up. And originally I was thinking, oh, I'll add some like sparkle and glitz to it. You know what? I'm letting the grunge take over instead. So line that one up there. Trim off the top smidge. Because I thought I cut these down to size. I did not. Whoops. So I'll just re-add some more grunge. Ha ha ha. There we go. Elizabeth says she's hungry and doesn't want to cook dinner. Well, that's when you order pizza, in my opinion. Yeah. Or you find yourself a frozen pizza and you say, there, I cooked. I threw it in the oven. That's what my dad would say. That's his version of cooking, is throwing a pizza in the oven. That's as much as you're going to get out of him. Okay, so since I don't have a Lady Liberty, let's see what else I have here. Ooh, oh, uh-oh. I need fussy cutting. Yay. I'm so glad Elizabeth gave me some scissors that I can properly do this with. Although I'm not going to go super tight because of course I'm going to grunge it up again. Are you shocked at this point? No, I'm sure you're not. And if you didn't hear that, that was little Franklin, who is now starting to talk in his sleep. Yeah, he's probably like, hey, I need some food soon. But his body is too busy growing teeth. He's very cute about it because he's not really the fussiest baby about it, but get between him and food or him and sleep or him in a poopy diaper and he'll let you have it. Yes, hot dogs are easy. That's why we always have a jumbo pack of hot dogs from Costco in our fridge. We may not always have bread, but we will always have hot dogs. Hot dogs and mac and cheese. And I want to say we used to do that even before children. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember that far back. That was not even 3 years ago. Let's see, my daughter will be 3 in July. So, yeah. It's not that long ago. And I'm noticing that when I fussy cut, it's very difficult to talk while I'm fussy cutting. Maybe because I'm just so bad at it. Oh, yeah. So I'm sure it's getting close to everybody else's dinner times. What is everyone else making? Yes, Crystal, this is Monica Taylor's set. Most of the set is from her New York, and I don't remember the exact name of it, but most of it's from her New York set. Which I actually had a toss-up between this and Paris, because my bestie, she loves Paris things, and so I always seem to gravitate towards that when I'm doing design items. But I was like, that's too predictable, at least in my opinion. Not that you've ever seen me use any Paris. No, wait, I do have a video that I did where I created a Paris look using, what did I use? Oh, I created an SVG for my Cricut to draw the Paris for me. I remember now. It was one of my first few videos using the Cricut on my channel. If you ever want to look back. Can't tell you how long it was though. Or how long ago it was. So now I'm going to just fill out that white space that I missed in the fuzzy cutting. And we're going to utilize it as part of a 3-dimensional-ish shadow. And since I already have this middle part of my card front popped up on foam tape, I'm not going to pop this one up on foam tape too. I just feel like that's just too much foam tape, especially if I'm mailing this. Another way to do this, if you don't want to encroach too much, you can also take a color pencil. I like to use my charcoal pencil sometimes too. Oops. Oh no, I made a boo-boo. We're gonna fix that. No worries. but I use my charcoal pencil or colored pencil, but this is just me being lazy and trying to get done fast. Than I could be. Alright, well, so if you didn't notice, I dropped my ink pad right there, and I was intending for this to go up here, not down there, so I can't cover it up with that. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to take my nifty little tool here, using the paper towel, going to spray directly on the paper towel, and I'm going to control my spray here. So I just added texture from my paper towel. And if you didn't know, I dropped an ink pad there. You wouldn't have known. Ta-da. Fixed. Done. I feel like I should just end right there because, you know, that was just such a great recovery. Alrighty. Back to this. Nope, I do not have any stamps for New York. Oh, Dawn went back and looked. She says it was 9 months ago. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was still pregnant then. Oh my gosh. Franklin was not born yet then when I did my Paris card on the channel. Wow. That was probably the week before I went into labor. Because if you've caught any of my earlier channel chats, I was in labor for 8.5 days. And I did film 2 full videos in those 8.5 days. Just to keep my sanity, because when you're in labor and you can't really do anything except for stay in labor, you need some crafty therapy. I'm just saying. I don't know that I would have gotten through 8.5 days of labor without some crafty therapy. Just saying. Oh my gosh, now I got glue on me. How rude. Alright. I want a little bit of that edge of the blue. So I'm going to just land that right in the middle. Yeah. Tilt it just a little bit. And I'm kind of going to leave it that way. I might, if I do make this into like a happy birthday card or anything like that, I would just put the sentiment up here in the sky. But you don't always need the sentiment. You can always put the sentiment inside of the cards. So, oh my gosh. Okay, I have to look at my computer for the chat because my phone won't let me scroll the chat. Hot dogs are cheaper than bacon. Okay. Wow, potato soup with hot dogs in it. I don't know that I would be okay with that. That's just a little too adventurous for me. And I do like adventurous food. Not pregnant. I do like adventurous food. Not gonna lie. And then, let's see. We have that one. Let's see, who else said that? August 2021. Yep, I was pregnant. Yep, for sure. Elizabeth says she watched my Mary Did You Know song that I sang. Thank you, Elizabeth. It was a very emotional song for me because we had just lost my second uncle last year. We had 2 uncles passed. First one was a year ago this week. That was also why Tuesday was a little difficult to do a live because it was the anniversary of his passing. Yeah. Let's see, what else did I miss in the chat? August 5th to be exact. Oh gosh. So I was not in labor because I didn't go into labor until September, but yeah. Egg drop dumplings. Man, this potato soup sounds like it's a Mod Podge soup, really. Oh my goodness, wow. Sometimes people get creative with all of their cooking goodness. I last night made stuffed shells, but instead of red sauce, I decided to use pesto, and it turned out delicious. I was a little afraid that it was a little too adventurous for the family, but no, It was quite tasty. And yes, Pam, 8.5 days. Here's the kicker. The myth is that you're supposed to get easier labor as you go along. My first child, 9.5 labors straight. I went in, everything went smoothly from the second I went into labor. My second one, I was 4.5 days in labor, and I was 6 weeks early. My third, I was 4 weeks early, but 8.5 days of labor. So I feel like I was progressing in the wrong direction. So, all right, to recap, this was the first one we started with, where we added some Mermaid Lagoon in the top, some distressing in the bottom, a little bit of that Lady Liberty green, added a hint of that in the middle. So this one I'm going to let it completely dry, but I'm going to put it on this slightly pinstriped card front. I don't know, it's just cute this way. I don't even know that I need a sentiment. I think it's a I miss you kind of card, really. And then, which one was next? This one was next. This one we used a lot of that Lady Liberty green and a lot of that black soot distressing on the edges. And this one, I think I'm going to put it as a card front too. If I do put a sentiment, I'm going to put it right here. And you can see my little coffee stains. Super cute. Love it. And then this one's going to go in a junk journal because this is just fun and cute and inspiring. Okay, Gloria, rub it in. You had very short hours of labor. Oh, yep. You hear us talking about you, Franklin. He's waking up just in time. And then this was our last one. So, yeah, I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun. I seriously want to keep playing with all of these fun items from Monica's kits. They are just adorable. This was the only one that wasn't in the New York kit. I don't remember the name of this kit. But if you're looking on her site, these were other parts of the kit for that one. There were several of them, a little bit littler. Yeah, these are really fun. I could keep going all day. I would probably fill out an entire junk journal at this point. But thank you for joining us today. I know I went a little longer than I was anticipating, but I was also thrown off by having to restart how many times and having a duplicate live too. Thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for coming back. Even though all these fun mishaps. And let's let Franklin say hi to everybody before we head out. Franklin, you want to say hi? You want to say hi because we've been talking about you while you were napping and being so quiet. All right, let's see if I can switch the camera over here. I made all of that stuff go away. Look there's the little guy. And now you can see how messy I've allowed my crafting space to get today. But yeah, this is the 8.5 days in labor, and you're totally worth it, right? Oh, you're waving. Yep, good job. Good job, buddy. So, yes, thank you for joining in on the fun. It was definitely an adventure. I'm glad I got to share some stories about why I love New York so much. Yes. Oh, yes. And maybe one day Mama will take you to New York. Ooh, but you're going to be a lot older. I'm not taking him this little. Oh, no. Not that adventurous, at least. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Everybody says hi, Franklin. You say hi? And show off your tooth? No. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining. Hopefully I've dropped the links that you need down below. If I haven't, I will drop them later. And I'm going to go feed these little ones. But thank you for sticking around. And I hope to see you all very soon. Say bye-bye. Nope. He's not going to do it. He's like, Just not happening, not yet. Oh, there you go. Yay, bye-bye. Mwah. Yeah, I interrupted you. Yeah.